Hey everyone, Fuzzle here. This time I have a little project for you, an idea I cooked up, if you wanna call it that. Um, so many artists like to pick the zodiac signs and do something interesting with that, and I love that idea. The zodiac signs are, I think, a very fun way to characterize people. It's not like you should force these characteristics of anybody, but it's fun to like imagine what people would be like or which characteristics check out and which don't. So I thought, okay, what do I want to do with the zodiacs? What can I put them into? And I've seen people do like different creatures and um yeah, like characters. And I thought, okay, I currently love dabbling in a bit of horror and stuff. So I decided to create a murder character or a murder persona for each of the zodiac signs. Starting with, of course, Aries. This was not planned. I just had this idea like a couple of days ago, and I was like, okay, I need to finish Aries because Aries is like always on top. It's like the first zodiac sign in any listings, which also means that Pisces, my star sign, is always dead last. And uh, I've grown used to it, so I thought like, okay, no, I actually want to do Aries first because we right now have the time of Aries, or at least we had up until like yesterday, the 20th. And I was like, okay, good. I'm gonna design him. He's gonna be, and yes, it's a he, because I figured, okay, Aries is associated with Mars, and I'm just gonna put him or the character in the male form. Which you can't really tell in the finished design, so I guess it doesn't matter that much. But my headcanon is that he is a he, and he's the leader of the murder group. So I thought, okay, this design has to look like a leader. And I also wanted to incorporate the animal. And I was like, okay, what characteristics does Aries have? What can I put into this design? And so, like, the first negative attribute for Aries is like that they're very reckless. They always charge head first. Um, and so I was like, okay, what if I twist his horns so they come out of his eyes? And immediately I was like, that is such a great and gory visual. I want to do that. And that is how this idea started. So I was like, okay, Aries, what can I do with that? And when I had this idea, I was like, okay, give me like my tablet. I have to draw this. I have to put this down. This is not going past me, this idea. And I hope that I get an inspiration like this for every of the other zodiac signs because I think certain parts are so interesting. You can do so much with that. Um, and yeah, so I started with the head because I was very focused on that. That was the visual point of interest, so to speak. And then I thought, okay, what clothes do I want to give him? What body shape in general? Because I was thinking for a while if I should put him in on all fours, but I was like, okay, no, he's supposed to be the leader, so I think he has to be standing and he has to look like a not a human necessarily, but like um close to that so that people are drawn to him. He needs to be somewhat familiar enough so that people are focused on him and think, okay, this is interesting or this is familiar in some sort of way. And so I put him on 2 feet. I still gave him his hooves because I think that is such a cool way to draw legs. And I was okay. What clothes do I give him? And Aries is associated with fire. Like all the zodiac signs have specific elements, and Aries falls into fire. And I also thought, okay, let's just give him the color red because this is such a main character color, if you want to say it. It's like, okay, I think it's between red and blue. These are such, I don't know, main character colors. I don't know how to explain that, but I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. And so I was like, okay, very fire focused, very red. At first, I was planning on giving him like a necklace with a little burning lantern. I scratched that actually and gave him fire magic instead. This is also the thing, because they are killers, right? They have to look intimidating and scary, of course. And the fire magic was like an idea because I thought, okay, do I want to give him a weapon or something? And I was going in my head through different options, and then I stuck on fire magic because, like, yeah, that is again a main character thing. And I can also make it gory. Like, you can see his right hand is completely molten off, and the fire is surrounding it. You should think that fire is not gonna hurt him if it's his magic, but no. He is reckless enough to burn himself while he uses it. And here we come again to the negative attributes. Of course, there are also positive. I don't want to slander Aries here, but of course, when I'm looking at the killers, I want to portray them as the negative, the evil version, so to speak. And of course, Aries is, like I said, the leader. They take charge, they're very passionate. And so I was like, okay, this guy is gonna be pointing ahead like, you are next. And he doesn't care if he gets hurt or if others get hurt. That's why his arm is butched like that. Again, the horns through his eyes are a metaphor for how he's blindly charging ahead. I also gave him like these pointed teeth because I just could not. I tried different things like making him grin or just having the tongue, but I think the combination of like the tongue and the teeth is just more fun. He also has shackles around his legs. That's just a warning for everyone out there. If you try to shackle down an Aries, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna stop them. They will stop at nothing. And that's where this came from. And yeah, so I give him a big red leather coat because I thought that was a cool combination with a fire, like the leather material. Also a coat because that just has a strong silhouette. And yeah, I'm quite happy how he turned out, especially the arm. That's one of my favorite parts. The head, of course, as well. And I added a little star constellation on his front. Yeah, I hope you like him. I certainly do. And yeah, I will see you next month with, I think they are called TAURUS. So yeah, stay tuned and let me know what you think in the comments. Bye bye!
I can't take it anymore. My mind's about to go to war. I need someone to save me from myself, to hear me cry when I call out for help. I blame it on the voices that are in my head, wondering if they'll ever be put to bed. Feels like I am close to reaching my wit's end, holding out, but I'm about to blow it up like a volcano.